Well, a year ago, I was working at church back at home in Paraguay, and God was really talking to me about moving and growing in the prophetic.
The first time that I saw her, it was in the main sanctuary, and I just happened to look over to my right and 3 rows down, 4 chairs in, and all of a sudden there was this little light. She's kind of cute.
Right in the beginning when I came, this prophetic course was taking place here at this church. So because it was exactly the purpose why I was here, I decided to go there.
My mom pretty much grabbed me by the ear and said, "You signed up for this course, you're gonna take this course." So I agreed, and I was sitting in the back corner, whatever, and then all of a sudden I just happened to turn and look at the door, and she's standing in the doorway. She's the one.
Okay, he's a Christian, and he's good looking. There's no way that he is single. So I didn't even entertain the idea that there could be any possibility to become something. And that was when I met Jason. So at this prophetic course, we all had to make a line, and the 2 leaders, they would say prophetic words. She was telling me that she saw kids, that I would be ministering to kids. She wasn't sure if they were mine or who they really were. Even the other people there, they were seeing the bride of Christ, and that I would experience God, what it meant to be the bride of Christ, and this whole wedding picture. And I was definitely taking it in the spiritual kind of way. But for me it was very interesting because I didn't know him then yet. I didn't know he had children. And I didn't know that they would become my kids too. So I thought that was just another encouragement from God, that this is what he had for me. And I love children, I always have. So for me it was just a bonus. Yeah. And the real communication between each other started through texting. So he didn't know how to approach me. So he looked into the list of the attendance at the course, because he has his contacts in the church. So he added me on Facebook. I knew who he was and I was very excited. And I finally could see that he was single.
Finally, about a week after the course, let's go out for dinner. Got these things that I had from the course, but I want to meet with you so we can maybe talk about them. And then just the smallest little thing inside, and there was this little voice that just said, "Say the word date." So then I said, okay, let's make it a date.
For me, it was very important to get things straight and to just knowing where we are going with the whole thing. I didn't know from the very beginning this is the right guy. But as we were dating, I did realize, because I did had dreams about him before I met him. And it took me to really be in that same situation as a dream. Then I realized, okay, this is exactly the man I was dreaming about. So from that point on, I knew this is the right one.
I told God, I said, "God, there just needs to be a lot of confirmation." But one of my biggest things was with my son James, because he doesn't get attached to anybody easily. And I'm like, God, if you bring somebody to my life, then you need to speak clearly through him. It was funny, the first time they met, he asked if he could borrow my pinky ring, and he ran up to Xenia and proposed, like almost immediately. And that was my confirmation.
It was pretty quick. I think like by the second week, I pretty much knew. From me moving here, from him to staying here and to come to this church too as well. And this relationship, it, like even when we were dating, before the engagement, after planning the wedding, it all just has been possible like by trusting him and not leaning on our own understanding.
We definitely have learned that everything needs to be put in his hands.
And he has been really faithful and proving us that if we trust him, that he is gonna make a way. And for me, that's important too, for my family, his family, and our friends to know that if you trust him, he is gonna make it possible. Ich wollte einfach nur Danke sagen für all meine Freunde und Familie in Paraguay. Danke für eure Hilfe, hier zu kommen und eure Unterstützung im Gebet und einfach, ich weiß immer, dass ihr da für mich seid und ich schätze es sehr und ich vertraue auch, dass ihr weiter in dieser Journey mit mir sein werdet. Und ja, einfach Dankeschön.
So we would just like to thank you for watching our little video on how we met. You know a little bit more about us now, and we're hoping to return to Paraguay soon to visit all the family and all the friends and just kind of hang out. So thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm that guy. I don't know.
That's cute.